So you've done the hard part. You've stopped looking back, and Egypt is behind you. Sodom is burning in the rearview mirror. Now, you stand here on the bank of the river God told you to cross. The promised land is in sight. The call is undeniable. Your future isn't behind you, it's in front of you, waiting to be built. Go forth in victory and build. And all you have is this raging, uncrossable current and a heart full of how. How do you build a ministry, a business, a community, a new life when all you see is the flood? Today we learn how to take the first step into the water. The gap between a vision on a far bank and its first step off this shore is where most callings are buried. It's a kill zone, and three currents are always waiting to sweep you away. Current one is the depth and the rush. The river is too wide, so powerful that your strength looks laughable. You think you need a bridge, an army of engineers, and you don't even have a walking stick. So you stay on the bank. Current two, the search for the perfect path. You believe the first step must be onto a perfectly placed, perfect dry stone. It must step you on the flawless straight line to the other side. So you scout, you study the water, you wait for the level to drop, but you never get wet. You're waiting for a crossing that doesn't exist. Current three, the echo of alone. You look for fellow travelers. You see no one. You hear only the roar of the water. The loneliness of the riverbank makes you question if you even heard God correctly. This river, this is the devil's territory. His goal isn't to make you quit. It's to make you a permanent resident of the bank forever, preparing to cross but never getting your feet wet, to make you a professional planner, not a faithful pioneer. God never asked you to part the river. He asks you to cross it. And crossing in God's economy always starts with one act of obedient faith that gets your feet wet while everyone else stays dry. Look at the priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant. They had the promise, they had the command, but their first action upon reaching the Jordan at the flood stage, they didn't wait for a miracle. They didn't ask for a boat. They stepped into the edge of the water. They got their feet wet before the water started to part. That was their first step. The act of committing to the crossing before they saw the path. Your first step isn't the triumphant arrival on the other side. It's the silent, private, faithful move into the current. It's the act that says to heaven, I believe this land is mine, and I am entering it now. This first step does two miraculous things. The first, it consecrates the crossing. It declares this river is no longer a barrier. It is now a pathway. The second, it activates the covenant. When you move into the flow of obedience, God moves to part the waters, to provide the stones, to send fellow travelers you couldn't see from the bank. Your first step is your faith. Here is action 1 for you. The Water's Edge Survey, the Joshua. This week, block out 1 hour of absolute silence. No phones, no distraction. Go to your riverbank. That could be your desk, your journal, your empty savings account, your prayer closet, and just look at it and write. Write down the raw, honest reality of the obstacle. How deep is it? How fast is it flowing? What's on the other side? Don't plan the bridge yet. Just see the river. Faith begins with a clear view of the barrier that you are facing. Action 2, pack your priestly bag. Don't pack for the whole expedition. Pack for the first day's walk. These are your starter provisions. What are the 3 most important truths, scriptures, promises you need to carry? Who are the 2 people you can share this journey with? What is one practical thing you need, the supply that you have to gather? Write them down. Write down your provisions. Write down what you need for the journey, not for a lifetime. Action step 3, the symbolic step. This is a physical act. It must get you wet. It could be making the first public declaration of your intent, investing the first non-refundable amount of money into your vision, publishing the first piece of content that commits you to the path, booking the ticket for the exploratory visit. It feels risky, it is, but it is sacred. It is the first step into the current. It is commitment. The river will not part until your feet breaks the surface. God is not waiting for you to have a dry path. He's waiting for you to trust him with the wet step. He didn't call you to be a river parter. He called you to be a river crosser, a pioneer, and pioneers move. One faithful, wet step at a time. This week, take your first step into the water. Don't tell me about the river. Tell me about the step. What is it? I want you to write in the comments right now, my first step is. So go down to the comments and write, my first step is. Let's consecrate this crossing together as a community. Your declaration encourages others to get their feet wet as well. If this message connected with you, I want you to do 2 things. Hit the like. It tells the algorithm this is for builders. This is for pioneers. And also subscribe, because we're building a channel for those who are done with living life on the bank of the river and are ready for the crossing. And if you're ready to get your feet wet, walking in purpose and prosperity, where your daily crossing becomes your conquest, then this is the channel and the community for you. God bless you and shalom.